Sorry about that, I think the video cut out for a second there. Try refreshing the page if your video is gone and hasn't come back. Yeah, I think there might be, as it's a Friday night, there might be some traffic issues with, I don't know, Twitch or something. Sorry if you're having video trouble. Macklar says, so Tracy, what's your least requested cat to draw? I'd imagine it'd be one of the Arbogast or the like. Yeah, haven't had any requests for, I got some requests for Elsa, but not for Bobby or Abelard. And I don't get any requests for the pig farmers generally, or for Dr. Quackenbush. Or Virgil. Oh wait, someone actually did a request of Virgil from last, I think from the last live stream. Resident says, I love how you're shading Ivy, she's so sleek. Thanks. I gotta add some of the darker tones in there, but Liam Neeson, yeah, he's a bit too old now. I think he's, seems like he's doomed to make sequels to Taken for the rest of his career or something. Or maybe he's just determined to do that, I don't know. Resident says, Jean Reno, who's the guy who played Leon in Leon the Professional. Yeah, Jean Reno. He's pretty old now too, actually. And French. Resident says, Tracy, have you ever headcanoned specific voice actors for your characters just because? No, I have a hard time actually answering questions like that. I don't really know what to tell people, because I guess, I don't know, I hear their voices pretty distinctly in my head, but I can't really match it up very well to different actors, I suppose. I'm always amused to hear what other people think, though. Once again, sorry for the fireworks. No one is actually being killed in the background. Okay, I know who Jeff Goldblum is. I don't think I know who Freddie Highmore is, so I probably should. Or Chloe Grace Moretz. Are they voice actors specifically? Norman Bates from Bates Motel. Oh, okay. The TV show. Rocky Rickaby 1995. Are you asking me what program this is? It's Photoshop. CS5 specifically. I haven't upgraded to Creative Cloud yet. Taco the Squirrel asks, have you ever considered animating Lackadaisy? Well, I've considered doing like a little short animation in 3D or something, but just trying to keep up with the comic right now. I mean, producing animation is extremely time consuming, so. Although I would like to animate even just like a little short. That's like a, to do anything of any quality is a year or so of intense concentration. And I'm more concerned with getting the story out there, so. So the answer to that is I'd like to, but there are only so many hours in the day. Marilyn Manson as Mordecai. Lucille Ball as Lacey. John Wayne as Victor. You guys are hilarious. Maclar says, have you ever drawn crossover work like a Steven Universe cat or something? I can't say that I have, really, no. I don't tend to do much fan art these days. And when I do, it's usually, I just give it directly to, it's usually for other webcomic artists, and I just kind of give it directly to them. I don't usually post it. I did a little piece of fan art recently for Beyond the Western Deep, and just kind of handed that to them. It's another, they're among the webcomics I would recommend reading if anyone's looking for more reading material. Or Lagan, is that right? Says, if I'm practicing eyes, should I always add a face, or is the eye alone good enough? Any good habits I should know or get into? I don't think it's necessarily wrong to practice just eye shapes, just kind of goof around and see what you can come up with, but, I mean, overall, yeah, it's, it helps to draw them in context, because our features, especially when we're making expressions, aren't quite as disparate as we tend to think of them as, like individual pieces. They're part of a whole, and an expression will tend to affect everything, every part of the face. So, so I think probably doing both probably helps. If you just want to experiment and find an appealing eye shape, then just draw some eyes. But if you want to practice with drawing, if you want to get better at drawing characters as a whole, draw the whole face. Good habits that you should get into, probably draw every day. It's a little hard to offer really general advice that doesn't sound very vague, but certainly one of the things I would say is carry a sketchbook around, and anytime you get a chance, if you're like riding a bus or waiting at a bus station, or sitting around waiting for a class to begin or something, or just taking a lunch break, just sit down and do some scribbling, doodling. Hey, Toe Tommy says hello, hello, welcome. Okay, we just invented a new character name, damn it, apparently. Or you guys did anyway. I don't really know what's going on anymore. I'm lost. I'm just over here painting. Travis Daly says, did you ever feel weird about drawing cat people in class where other people could see you? If so, how do you get over it? No, not really. I mean, I would draw all kinds of things. Some of them were cat people, some of them were, I would draw skeletons everywhere, and horses and dragons and human faces and other animals. So I think people just kind of took it in stride as like, okay, draw all kinds of weird stuff. So and I didn't really feel weird about it either, just, I don't know. Having grown up on things like Looney Tunes and Disney movies, anthropomorphic animals never seemed like something that was like odd to me. Matt Blair says, I'm so sorry, Tracy. Don't apologize, it's fine as long as you guys are having fun. Have fun. You can discuss whatever you like. Well, as long as it's within a PG-13 area. Welcome, Spiny Flower Mantis. Good to have you here. As always. Don't let me put a damper on your conversation, guys. You can go ahead and talk about whatever the hell it was you were talking about a minute ago if you want to. Azure Midnight says, I am also here. Welcome. I don't know if you can hear my cat sitting here purring, but he's climbed into my lap just now. Macklar says, which characters' designs change the most from concept to final? I think they've all changed quite a bit, actually. The basic idea is still there in all cases, but I would say, well, Rocky's basic facial proportions changed a lot to make him look a little younger and cuter, I guess. Wick's, same thing. Mitzi has definitely changed over the course of the comic quite a bit. Ivy's hair got a little longer and rounder in shape. Sib got lankier. Oh, they've all changed, I don't know. Resident says, would you ever be willing to share some of the earlier character design drafts? You can find some of the really early ones on the website, in the gallery, kind of near the top of the gallery, actually. They're kind of cringe-worthy to me at this point, but that's at least some of the earlier incarnations of them. And I think I posted a somewhere in the sketchbook part of the gallery. There's some pictures of what the characters looked like back when I was like in junior high or something. Like I used to draw Rocky all the time, but he was quite a different looking character. Spiny Flower Match says, but would she be willing to share pictures of Mordecai being body slammed by Victor? Oh god. I'll leave that to someone else to draw if they really want to. Twitch Veneer says, Seraphine looks quite different from the early drawings. Yeah, in part her design has changed a bit, but she's also I've been drawing her with her hair down for the latest set of pages, and usually she's got it tied back, so she does look quite a bit different because of that as well, I think. Azure Midnight says, when your old art is cringe looking, you have improved. Generally that's a good sign, I think. It might make you feel self-conscious, but it's probably a good indication that you've come a ways since then. Reckerman says, I feel like Mordecai would do well with being manhandled like that. No, he wouldn't. Don't touch him. He doesn't like that. I guess that does make him a perfect target then, yes. Aurelian, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name terribly. Do you play D&D? I haven't in a long time, but I used to when I was a kid. My cousins and I played lots of D&D. And suddenly the conversation is about leotards and Chuck Norris. That degraded quickly. Mackler says, from the stream alone, we've canonly named a character, made a new character named Damn It, and inspired a body slamming match. Yes, well done. Very productive live stream. Matt says, Tracy, do you listen to a lot of 20s music? Yeah, some, and I listen to a lot of revival style stuff too. Acklar says, Tracy, can I just post the Damn It design on your page? Apparently it's needed by the community. Yes, go ahead. Wherever you like. If you you can post it in the patron feed, or you can post it on DA, and I'll be sure to add it to my favorites. As long as no one's like naked or wearing a unusually tight leotard or something. Resident Bunburyist asks, how did you just make the picture that much crisper? Actually, I was painting at kind of a mid-range opacity, and so I just doubled up the layers so that the opacity is now mostly gone and the colors are richer. Electro Swing is also king. Yeah, indeed. Caravan Palace is great. I like Caravan Palace quite a lot. I'll finish that one up later. I've got some more detail work to do on it, but I'll post it in the patron feed at some point soon. Matt says, I've never met another soul that even heard of Caravan Palace. Really? People actually started. I heard about it from readers of the comic who kept recommending it to me, so that and Parov Stellar and the Diablo Swing Orchestra, and there's a few others as well. There's some pretty cool, pretty fun playlists on Spotify too, if you look around enough. Azure Midnight says, what time is it where you are? It's 11:51 p.m. I'm in the Central Time Zone. I am D. Freeman. What kind of PC are you working on? This is a handmade PC. Built from parts that I bought. Well, happy 4th of July to you in New York. Aurel again says, on Spotify, links to playlists maybe? I'd have to open it up and look, let's see. I'm not logged in at the moment, so I'm going to defer for now, but if you want to hit me up on Tumblr or something and ask, I'll send you a link. Matt Clark says you're working on a Frankenstein computer. More or less, yeah. Edward V22, do you do commissions? I sometimes do. I'm not available for them just now for a general lack of free time, but you can always email me if you're interested in knowing more about my availability and such. Matt says you should play period music on these streams. Some of it is, yeah, anything before 1923 generally is public domain, as long as it's not like a re-recorded version of something. So it is a little tricky to find stuff, and some of it's a little maybe too obnoxious for most people. I mean, it starts to sound like you're listening to a Looney Tunes cartoon soundtrack after a while, with a lot of that like public domain stuff, because it's mostly just like instrumental things, but and I actually was playing music a couple streams back and people told me to turn it off, so I haven't put it back on since. The trouble is also that, yeah, you have to stick with the public domain or license-free stuff because they will eliminate the audio from your videos on Twitch if you don't. So, because obviously it's an intellectual property issue. Edward V22 says, "Do you do commissions?" I occasionally do. Not right now. I'm not. I am doing art for patrons through Patreon. If you come in at a $50 or $20 tier pledge, then you get artwork to go along with it, but otherwise I'm not presently doing commission artwork. When I do commissions, I will, when I am open for them, I'll make an announcement about it on my Tumblr blog and website at lackadaisy.com, though, if you're interested. Insane776 says, "Could one ask for a picture of Damn It?" One could try. Technically, the art I do for patrons is supposed to be lackadaisy-based artwork, but every now and then I bend the rules. I shouldn't tell you that, though. Evil Industrialist asks, "Do you do that you did?" Sure. Twishmanir says, what color is Zib going to be, Tracy? Grayish? No, he's kind of a yellowish gold ginger cat. Kind of a, I don't know. Yeah, goldish, I would say, is his color. Freckles more of a carrot orange. But Zib, I'd say, is a little less. He's got some more subdued tones to him, a little bit of brown and red mixed in. He looks like a proper alley cat. He's got his leg all stretched out over here, but cats are slinky like that. Should probably make his head a little bit bigger. Mackler says, damn, it should be done tomorrow. But keep your eyes peeled. It'll be hard to miss her. Okay. Yeah, he should probably be looking more like he's comatose. He's a little too awake. I think I might redraw this one. Not too happy with it right now. He looks grumpy? Okay, more of a... He always looks a little cranky because he'd really much rather be sleeping right now. Doing almost anything else. Resident says so he's the most realistic cat of the bunch. Probably, yes. He's the most cat-like of the cats. Fundamentally feline. He looks like the cat from Alice, Madness Returns. Oh, that's not intentional, but okay. Aklar says, Tracy, firstly, thank you so much for answering everything, but I have yet another question. How do you usually create names for your characters? I don't really have a routine or process for it. It's like some of the character names pretty much come to me as immediately as I, put them on paper or as I start thinking about them, or almost like the name is there and then the character kind of builds around it or something. And other times I have to go digging and digging and digging to find the right name. So myriad different ways. But it's a thing where, like, I don't know, once you stumble on like the right name, it's always like almost immediately obvious. You get like so many wrong things, and then suddenly like the right one just like leaps out at you. So, but I don't know how to describe like what that feeling is or why it feels that way, or there's nothing logical about it. It's just, I don't know, artistic intuition or something. Twitch Minear says, I want to take a minute to mention my appreciation for Zib's pose. Chillin' and such. Well, thanks. Glad you like it. It's a very catty position, I guess. I'm gonna turn his head the other way. Insane776 says, can you give us a hint about who's gonna die in the comic? Oh, that would be pretty spoilerish. I think I should do that. Thanks for your interest, though. Sorry, I can't really answer that one. Spiny Flower Mantis says, my process of naming is much less graceful. I nickname my characters until I find a name I like. My main one was nicknamed Douchebag Dan for months, and I was tempted to keep it. I have done that before, and I ended up keeping the name because I guess I got so used to calling the character by the nickname that was a different project, though, so. So yeah, I've been there before. Matt says, old man, young man. He's past his expiration date as it is, yeah. He's got a target stamped on his forehead. Azure Midnight says, it's been fun, but I need to sleep now. Good night. Thanks for joining us. I'm gonna need to wrap it up pretty soon myself. I am starving. Gotta eat something. Spiny Flowerman says, 50 on Mordecai dying in the lamest fashion ever. Tripped down the stairs. 1920 stairs were deadly. Oh god. That before or after he was body slammed out a window. Insane776 says, I could really picture Rocky beating someone to death with a shovel, probably his dad or something. Wow, really? I don't know. He might burn down your pig farm, but he's not really the type to go attacking anyone physically. He's got noodle arms after all. Series of unfortunate events pertaining to Mordecai. Yeah, that's pretty much what his life has been up till this point, and including being accidentally invited to the Savoy's party. Probably prefer falling down the stairs to that, really. Ampatort says, Tracy, didn't you dabble in animation for a while? What happened to that? I was actually employed as an animator for in 3D for games. So I was animating constantly right up until February this year. In fact, the game that I was working on came out just recently. It's called Lara Croft Relic Run, if you're interested in seeing some of my animation. But for right now, just concentrating on making the comic. Matt says 3D animated like it easy confirmed. Yeah, right. That's that'd be like several years of work for a team of many people. Animated features are, yeah, that's a probably not gonna happen. Twitch Veneer says, I've been playing Relic Run, but sadly haven't reached the Rex yet. Really? Maybe you need to buy some Onks, or so you can resurrect yourself and get through. You need to at least get through one vehicle, one grapple, and one combat before you'll encounter the T-Rex. So you can also, if you upgrade your guns, it'll be easier to get through combat. So. Poor Tracy, she has to endure us. No, I quite enjoy the chats. You guys are hilarious. So. You make me laugh. said before, I think I'm supposed to be doing the entertaining, but I'm pretty sure that actually the opposite is what happens here. You guys end up entertaining me. So I appreciate your company. Rocky had a stroke and now talks via bell. Just, he doesn't even, the stroke isn't even necessary. If you gave him a bell, he would use it to talk or to make songs. There sure were a lot of bald-headed men on that show. Not that I take issue with that. That's right, don't give Rocky a bell, just don't do it. Baldness as a function of badness, huh? If Lackadaisy had a group chat, everyone would kick out Rocky, pretty much, yeah. Cactus Friend would be his sock puppet. Resident says, if you put a glass on a coffee table and let all of the Lackadaisy cats out at the same time, who would be the first to go knock it off the table? That's a good question. Guess it depends on what was in the glass. Some of them might be inclined to drink it before they flung it on the floor. But it would almost assuredly be Rocky. I like that his screen name is Rickaboo. It's too accurate. Actually, it's a good thing he doesn't exist in the modern age, because he would be texting constantly with Ivy and he would just cause so many car accidents. Cactro friend. Freckle would be paranoid about keeping his browser history clean. What's the matter, Maclar? Scruffy says, I've always wanted to see more adventures of Pachizio. The happy grilled cheese sandwich from the Expressions poster. He looked like he was having a pretty interesting life for a cheese sandwich. Oh yes. He is the most interesting cheese sandwich in the world. To turn down an offer to be in commercials for Dos Equis. My lack of friends, cactus friends. Oh. I'm not sure you want any cactus friends. They do watch you while you sleep, you know. Freckle is a secret fanfic writer. He'd write friend fiction. Actually, that seems like something Rocky would do more than Freckle, but... Dos Equis goes good with cheese sandwich, yeah, it probably does. I do like a good cheese sandwich, but I'm not much of a beer drinker. Rocky writes erotic friend fiction and Alice Tidbits is a character. Okay. Can add it to the wiki, I guess. I can't even draw anymore. Timbits is the perfect ship name. That's almost as good as moron. Oh god. Yeah, sorry, getting a little punchy here. Resident has more on Mordecai and the Iron from the one of the Chit Chat Time comics. That was something the Lackadaisy Forum members committed to history. Resident asks, are you drawing a whole new Zib or are you doing a head swap? I'm thinking of doing a head swap, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do a little head transplant here, I think. See if this works, I don't know. That's better, I think. Until 10 minutes in from now when I hate it. But anybody watching this after the fact is going to be really slightly unsettled by all the random cackling coming from me. He certainly does look quite satisfied with himself here. Not altogether out of character for Ziv, though. Yeah, unfortunately. Not sure this one's gonna work out. Maybe a little too suggested. But we'll have fun sketching it for now anyway. It's not my bedtime yet, but maybe it should be. Sorry, yeah, the cat's in the box. I actually moved it out of the room so that she wouldn't hear it, but you can still hear it. Sometimes they just get in there and dig and dig and dig. I don't really know what they're doing, but it seems very important. Macklar says, are you a night owl? Yeah. I usually work I usually work well into the early morning. Usually 5 or 6 o'clock is when I go to bed. Evil Industrialist says, thank you for making this evening magic, Tracy. Oh, you guys did that. I'm just here drawing. You guys did all the fun parts, so thank you for entertaining me. I am going to sign off shortly because I have not eaten dinner yet, so that'll be something I do next. But hope you guys all had fun. I sure did. Yeah, I didn't eat. It's only about, it's not quite 1 a.m. yet here, but... Tips on keeping the cat off the tablet. You can't keep the cat off the tablet, just give in to it. Let the cat climb onto the tablet. That's my approach. Draw around them. Yeah, happy 4th, guys. Have a great weekend. Thank you so much for joining me here. And I'll see you again soon. We'll do this again once I'm back from San Diego Comic-Con. Which will be mid-July. So... yeah, $2,400 self-warming cat perch. Yep. That's a Cintiq. Spiny Flower Mantis says, I'll report back tomorrow morning in the feed with a whip of that bad comic if you want. Absolutely, share it. If nothing else, the attendees of this live stream will get it. Thanks, guys. Have a good night. Take care. Bye. Oh, here's a last look at the color art. It's not done yet, but I'll post it when it is. There we go. See ya.